All right, good morning, AP Euro students. We're going to get started. We're going to talk a little bit about education today, and we're going to talk a little bit about medicine, science, and life expectancy in Europe during the 18th century. Let's go. Here we go. All right. During the 1700s, we've kind of touched on this a little bit during the Enlightenment, but we're going to see education take another leap forward um, in Europe. Let's harken back to that print culture and kind of, if you can, pause the video, look at your notes on the print culture. Remember, that during this time, we see a vast array of printed materials being printed in Europe, and with that, we see literacy, we see new ideas, and so we're going to see education concurrently take a newfound role in Europe. Okay, the aristocracy and the rich always had a head start with education because they could afford it. Typically, education back then was not free and public. It was not this universal public good. Um, so typically, the wealthy, initially, the 1500s, back in the Renaissance, had access to education. And early schools, early schools are going to be run by the Jesuits. Now, let's think about why, okay, and who the Jesuits were. So quickly review that. Pause the video, review that real quickly, unpause, let's go. Remember, the Catholic Church had a stranglehold on the intellectual institutions of Europe prior to the Reformation, even during the Reformation. And we're seeing that deconstructed by new ideas, secular new ideas, scientific revolution, enlightenment. We're going to see that during the 1800s with, even more, I consider like a second scientific revolution of Darwinism, chemistry, etc. But Jesuits, Catholic Reformation, controlling a part of an appendage of the Catholic Church, controlling the educational institutions of Europe, and we're going to see that slowly deconstructed due to that print culture of the Enlightenment, and we're going to see education kind of start to become more secular, and more people are going to have access to it as we see literacy in that print culture, and we see governments change. Okay, it'll take another leap forward in the 1800s, but starting in 1717, we do see Prussia, northern Germany, Protestant, Lutheran, take a leap forward in education during the 1700s, and they're a really good example of newfound beliefs towards education. And this makes sense. Okay, we're going to see uh, how this affects Prussia later. The car is going to be invented there. New idea, internal combustion engine, going to be invented there. We're going to see that with a lot of the technology that comes out of Germany during the Industrial Revolution, and even in their weapons that we're going to see. I mean, Germany invents the first jet, the rocket. Albert Einstein, German, the E=mc squared, atomic bomb. Uh, very Prussia very much centered on education. That harkens back to their Protestant Lutheran roots. Remember the emphasis on education by Lutheran Protestants having to read the Bible in order to live a life by the Bible because the Bible was their sole authority. Okay, all right, and this increase in education, you'll see it in Prussia. We're going to see it a little bit later as well, but very much influenced by the Enlightenment and the print culture, exploring new ideas, critical thinking, interest, okay, knowledge, education. It's important, okay? And we're going to see, and we've talked about this, with the print culture and with the Enlightenment, during the 1700s, education goes and literacy go right through the roof, and we're going to see people become a lot more educated. Okay, we are also going to see Europe's population blow up. Okay, we're going to see life expectancy increase. Okay, and the population is going to grow. Now, the main cause of the population growing is because people are going to have a greater life expectancy. We're going to see a decline in people dying. It's not like more people are being born. No, we're going to see the population grow in Europe because less people are dying. It's kind of the opposite idea. We're going to see a change in diet. People are going to be eating a little bit healthier. People are going to be having more access to food, especially because of the agricultural revolution. The potato, due to the Columbian Exchange, became crucial to the diet of many ordinary Europeans. Many countries, that'll be like their crop. Ireland, most famously, is going to have a potato failure, and that was like the only thing they grew, and a lot of them perished because of that. But there's going to have a greater variety of vegetables in town, and with diet improving, due to the trade, due to the Columbian Exchange, we're going to see people live longer. Better hygiene. Okay, the more people discover about science, biology, Andreas Vesalius, William Harvey, people are going to understand the importance of taking a shower, washing their hands. We're going to see quicker transportation routes, especially during the Industrial Revolution. During this time, we're going to see the train. We're going to see canals. We're going to see quicker transportation, more efficient transportation. We'll talk about that in the Industrial Revolution. But if you can transport food quicker, it won't spoil, and that's better. And we're going to see during this time the plague is conquered. Finally, cheese. All right. We're going to see, due to an increase in knowledge about biology, and we're going to start seeing germ theory. We're going to start seeing, remember, the microscope invented by the Dutch, the telescope invented by the Dutch, perfected by Galileo, the microscope. They're going to start looking at things and go, oh, look, there's little things moving around. Okay, they're going to have an idea that they're going to start having an idea of bacterium, and so the importance of public health and sanitation. Maybe wash your hands, before you eat or something, because they're dirty. During this time, we're also going to see them, due to increased knowledges of science, scientific revolution. Okay, they're going to start having a better foundation of science. We're going to see them start with the first immunizations, immunology, okay, having an understanding of the immune system. And we're going to see them conquer a terrible disease of smallpox. Now, let me quickly explain to you what a vaccine is, the best that I can, kind of simply. A vaccine is when you get a weakened version of a virus put into your body, so it won't kill you. It'll make you sick, okay, but it won't kill you. And you get a weakened version of that virus put into you. Okay, so a doctor makes you sick on purpose, and your body then develops antibodies that will kill that virus. And so when you actually get the real virus later in your life, you won't get sick because you already have the antibodies made. Those are profound notions, profound achievements in science, and we're going to see that during the 1700s, 1800s, we're going to see advancements in science, okay, are going to keep less people from dying, okay, more people are going to be kept from dying, all right, causes of population growth, okay, hospital reform, maybe a good idea to vent a hospital and not keep a whole bunch of airborne sick bacteria in the air. We're going to see them being much more sanitary in hospitals. We're going to see mental health be addressed, depression, ideas. And the key idea here, ladies and gentlemen, is we are seeing less people dying due to these improvements in sanitation, hygiene, okay, addressing health, public mental health in Europe. The only increased birth rate is seen in England. So I want you all to understand, we're seeing vaccines, okay? Some of the earliest vaccines. We're seeing sanitation, hygiene, hospital reform, ventilation. Less people are dying, all right? Europe's population is going to grow by about 60 million people during this time. That's a lot. France will be the most densely populated country at 26 million in 1789, okay? And then we'll talk about the agricultural revolution right after this video. Here we go.